Good morning, Sarah.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm good.
How was your ride here today?
It was okay. It was easy to find.
That's good.
Yeah.
Is it your first time here at the Center for Addictions and Mental Health?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yep.
How did you get here?
I took the TTC.
Oh, that's cool. It wasn't like busy or anything?
No, the TTC was easy to navigate, but this building is pretty big, so.
Yeah.
But it was
at
fine.
the front help you?
Yeah, it was
That's
fine.
Good. That's good. That's good. So my name is Maggie,
Okay.
and I will be working with you for the next 8 weeks to try and help you deal with your past traumas and experiences that you've been through. Before we start, I just need to go over some confidentiality rules we have here at the Center for Addictions and Mental Health. Is that okay with you?
Yep.
Perfect. So first, the only confidentiality that I can guarantee between us is relative, which means I might share it within my agency, outside of the agency with your permission,
Okay.
and within the courts if something happens and the courts need my notes or anything like that, I have to give them to them.
Okay.
The 3 reasons that I would need to tell someone about what we've talked about is if you're going to harm yourself or others,
Okay.
if you give me information on a future crime or a previous crime that you or someone you know has committed, or if you give me information about child abuse.
Okay.
Okay, does that all make sense?
Yep.
Do you have any questions about that?
No.
No? Okay.
That's fine.
So I would also like to introduce you to the idea of note-taking. So when I do these sessions, I like to take notes during my session so that if I ever need to look back on something, I can. It's easily accessible, or so I don't forget any important things that you tell me or some big details that you let me know.
Okay.
Is that all okay with you? Are you okay with me taking notes during our session?
That's fine.
Okay. And if at any time you ever want to see my notes, my door is open. You 100% can see my notes.
Okay.
All you have to do is ask me.
Okay.
Sound good?
Yep.
Okay, so let's get started. So, what first caused you to want to be a part of this program?
My boyfriend and I got into a physical altercation.
Okay. And what was the fight about?
I went through his phone
Okay.
and found some things I was not happy about.
Okay.
So I confronted him,
Mm-hmm.
and it just escalated quickly.
Okay. And what did you find on the phone that you didn't like?
There was text messages from other girls
Okay.
that he's been talking to for a while,
Mm-hmm.
that I had just found out, and I had no idea. The conversations were a little bit too personal for friendship, as he would like to put it, that they're just friends. But
Okay. So is this like the first physical altercation that you guys have had?
yes.
Yeah. Do you find that you guys fight a lot? Like there's a lot of verbal fights between you two, or like a lot of emotional abuse?
Lately, there's been a lot more yelling than...
Lately, as in after the physical altercation, or like before the physical altercation?
Before.
Before?
Yeah, I'd probably say like the last year, it's been more yelling, and now it's gone to physical.
Okay. And has he been physical with you since that fight?
No, because I don't spend as much time with him
Okay.
anymore.
But you guys are still together?
We have decided to work on things,
Okay.
but I need to work on myself.
Mhm.
So I am putting myself at the top of the priority list in our relationship, so we'll see how it goes.
Okay. And where have you been staying since you haven't been
My
with
sister's
him?
house.
With your sister? Is your sister a big part of your life?
Yeah, she's like my only support system, like
Okay.
solid, like no matter what I can count on her. Like I have friends and stuff I talk to about the situation, but
she's really the only one that you can confide in.
Yes, and like be completely open and honest with would be her.
So she knows everything that's going on. So that's all the time we have for today. Okay. But I will see you next week. You can make your appointment at the front desk. Okay. So do you have any questions for me?
No, that's it.
No? Okay, so I'll see you next week.
Okay.
It was very nice meeting you.
You too. Hi, Maggie.
Hi.
My name's Sarah.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. So this is the Women and Trauma Services at the Center for Addiction and Mental Health. Was it easy to find?
Yeah, it was pretty easy.
Yeah. How did you get here?
I drove.
Okay. And you live relatively close, or?
Yeah, within like 10, 15 minutes.
Okay, that's not bad. So you're relatively familiar with the area.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. My name is Sarah. I will be here during the 8-week program with you to work out anything you want to talk about. We'll try and figure out the root of some of the causes, and it'll be confidential between you and I, with the exception of sharing the information throughout my agency, if need be. Outside of the agency, only with your consent, or if something happens and they need my notes for court reasons. If it's subpoenaed, it's out of my control, and they get my notes. So you have access to my notes. If you want to look at them, go over it. They're your notes, they're my notes. Everything is open. So I just need to clarify. I have a duty to report 3 major things that I just want to disclose with you, just in case anything comes up. You can't say you never said, just so we're clear. Self-harm or harm to others, I have a duty to report. Previous or future crimes committed by you or a friend, if you disclose them, I have the duty to report. And if a child is in need of protection, and that's my duty to report, that's where it is. And that's all for the confidentiality stuff.
Okay.
I will be taking notes just to remember important things you say. Maybe we could touch on it in a different session. If I need clarity, like later on, you will have access to them. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so can you explain what led to you seeking these services?
My boyfriend and I kind of, I guess, got in a physical fight.
Okay.
He didn't like the way I was acting at a party with some friends, and when we went home, he just kind of like blew up.
Okay. And were you guys drinking?
I wasn't. He was.
Okay. So he was drinking.
Yep.
Okay. Is this the first time he's
touched?
Got physical?
Yeah. I find, like, now, I don't know, now that I'm going through all of these processes with all the abuse stuff, I find that he was kind of emotionally and, like, verbally abusive. But, like, before that, he had never gotten physical.
Okay. How long have you guys been together?
3 years.
Okay. Do you guys have children together?
No.
Okay. Do you guys live together right now?
Yeah.
Are you still there?
A lot of my things are still there,
Okay.
but right now I'm staying with my mom.
Okay. And is she your main support system through this whole...
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Does your mom and your boyfriend still have contact?
No.
They haven't... Okay. What are your biggest concerns moving forward? Are you going to be in a relationship with him and try and work on this not happening physically, or What is the outcome you're looking for?
Right now, I don't really know because, like, it's hard because, like, for the past 3 years, this person has been, like, my person and, like, the person I've gone to for everything. And like, I live with him, right? So, like, I see him every day, talk to him every day. But, like, I'm scared if I move forward with that relationship that because it's happened, it'll just keep happening over and over again.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be in that kind of relationship.
Okay.
But I'm also scared that if I get out of the relationship that I won't know what to do with myself. Like, I won't be able to function without him.
What is his attitude since this has happened?
He says he's using the alcohol as the excuse.
Okay.
So, like, he was drinking too much. He didn't mean to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, stuff like that.
Okay. And he says it won't happen again?
Mm-hmm.
Is there any connection between, now that you are looking back, the emotional abuse? Is there any connection to the physical? Like, what was he angry about before?
Yeah. We were at, like, a birthday party for one of my really good friends. And, like, I'm a really outgoing person, so when I'm in that kind of environment, I don't just stay to myself. Like, I like to talk to people and go around and get myself, like, out there. And he's kind of more of a introvert and, like, more shy, I guess.
Okay.
So he doesn't really like the way I act in situations like that.
Okay.
So, yeah, a lot of our fights would come out of, like, who I was talking to or, like, what I was doing.
Is it mostly you talking to other men, or is it
It's
anybody
mostly
in
men.
general? Okay. And that is the main cause of almost every single argument?
Most of them, yeah.
Okay. And what does he do for work?
He is, he does HVAC, so, like, heating and air conditioning repair.
And you are employed? Are you working?
Yeah, I work at the hospital.
Okay. Is your employment a problem with him? Because the hospital, you are in contact with everybody.
Yeah. He doesn't, I find that he's not really into, like, the overnights and stuff like that, but, like, it's part of the job.
Yep.
But I find that he's not really, he's always in a bad mood, like, if I'm leaving or, like, when I get home from work from those overnights.
Okay. Do you have any questions for me?
No.
Okay. If you wanted to go see Melissa and make your next appointment for next week, she should be there.
Okay.
Same time if that works for you. Okay?
Yeah.
It was nice to meet you.
Thank you.